Welcome back, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for today's explainer, mostly because we're tackling a topic that is universally experienced, but honestly rarely discussed with any real transparency. We're getting right into the specific and often pretty painful social dynamics that accompany personal transformation. We all want to succeed, right? We want to build something meaningful. But what we so often fail to anticipate is the hidden tax on that success. And I'm talking about envy. It's a powerful, destructive force, and understanding exactly how to manage it, both from the people around us and within our own minds, is absolutely crucial to sustaining whatever you build. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. To really understand this dynamic, we have to face a hard, unflinching truth. Transforming your life comes with a cost, and one of the most common costs is envy. It completely shatters that comfortable illusion we all like to hold on to, the idea that universal, cheering support awaits us at the finish line of our goals. The reality, as our source material lays out so clearly, is that stepping up and elevating your life disrupts the world around you. And that disruption, well, it frequently breeds jealousy.
Section 1. The hidden cost of success. When you achieve something great, a really dark psychological shift happens within your social circle. Your friends and even family members might throw their arms around you, right? They'll outwardly express happiness for your achievements. But inwardly, it can be a completely different story. Inwardly, they may be wishing that success was theirs. They can actually deeply resent the fact that you rose to the occasion and built something for yourself while they just kind of remained stagnant. And this is a mistake almost everyone makes. When we work hard, we naturally want to share it. But bragging about your hard work literally only strengthens the negative feelings of those who envy you. You are simply adding salt to their wounds. And the stakes here are incredibly high. History is literally packed with accounts of people betrayed by friends and family purely because of envy. I mean, there are extreme historical examples of sons who actually killed their own fathers just to inherit family wealth. Envy isn't just some petty, fleeting emotion. It's a profoundly dangerous one.
So why exactly does this happen? Well, it all comes down to comparison. By succeeding when your friends haven't, you inadvertently highlight their own perceived inadequacies. You essentially force them to look in the mirror. Your accomplishments establish an entirely new hierarchy in the relationship. They become acutely aware that you've moved up, which by default makes them feel like they've moved down. And when people feel inadequate, it frequently brings with it a really toxic desire to harm or even steal from the envied individual, just to sort of level the playing field again.
Moving to Section 2, Why Friends Are Dangerous.
And this brilliantly illustrates a fascinating dynamic. It's the ultimate Trojan horse. Why do friends often pose the absolute greatest threat to our success? Think about the stark contrast between an enemy and a friend. With declared enemies, we know exactly where we stand. We remain cautious, we build our defenses, and we stay highly alert. But with friends, because we care for them, we drop our guard. We inadvertently reveal our weaknesses, things we never, ever intended to share. Friends are uniquely positioned to strike where it hurts the absolute most, because they know our vulnerabilities better than anyone else. They are far better placed to bring us down than any declared enemy ever could be.
Now here is a massive red flag you really need to watch out for. If a friend previously held a dominant role within your relationship, maybe they were the successful one, the one giving advice, the one in charge, and your success flips that script, their danger literally doubles. That shift in the friendship dynamic is incredibly hard for a previously dominant friend to accept, primarily because they can no longer exercise control over you. Deep down, they will forever view you as unfit for your new success, even if they'd never actually admit it openly.
Section 3. Recognizing the warning signs.
So the big question is, how do we protect ourselves? We need to proactively spot the threat before they decide to strike. You have to listen carefully to how your friends talk about other successful people. Do they consistently dismiss high achievers as being, quote, merely lucky? Do they find absolutely nothing good to say? Do they construct these elaborate negative narratives about how others are entirely undeserving of their fortune or position? Listen, here's the hard truth. If they display these traits when talking about others, you can be absolutely certain they are speaking similarly about you in your absence. The fundamental nature of the envious is to inflict pain or discredit anyone who surpasses a mark they themselves just couldn't reach.
Section 4. The Art of Deflection.
Once you recognize you're in a position that attracts envy, you need a tactical defense. Think of it as a stoic shield. The best immediate defense is to completely deflect attention away from yourself. You must develop such strong internal standards and such a deep sense of self-worth that you completely eliminate the need to flaunt your recent achievements. If you don't actually need their external validation, you won't trigger their resentment. Basically, stop handing them the ammunition to resent you.
So the crucial point is knowing exactly what to do when an envious peer actually comes for you. Our source material provides a brilliant,
highly actionable 3-step playbook for this exact scenario. Number 1, do not react emotionally. Number 2, appear completely unaffected. And number 3, which is definitely the hardest one for most people, do not attempt to repair the strained friendship. Let's break down exactly why this is the way to play it.
It all comes down to the psychology of the attack. If you show emotion, you instantly signal their impact on you. You indirectly let them know that they've successfully cornered you. However, by appearing completely unaffected, you make them question whether their attack was even felt at all. Because your response wasn't impulsive or reactive, you actually earned their cautious respect. They might not give up entirely, but they will absolutely fear and respect your emotional control. And regarding that third step, do not try to fix the friendship. I know, it totally goes against our human instincts, but the source gives a strong, unapologetic warning right here. No matter how much you care for your friends, that affection does not prevent them from hurting you out of envy. Trying to restore a relationship that's been strained by envy is a massive strategic error. It literally just brings the person closer to you again, enabling them to execute an even more damaging strike later on. You just have to let it go.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because we really have to flip the mirror for a second. We've spent all this time talking about protecting yourself from others, but what happens when the envier is you? What happens when you look at someone else's success and you feel that bitter sting yourself?
Section 5. Harnessing your own envy.
First of all, let me just validate that feeling for you. By virtue of simply being human, you are totally susceptible to feeling envy toward those who have what you desire. The feeling itself is a completely normal human condition. It shouldn't unsettle you, and you absolutely shouldn't sit around feeling immense guilt just for experiencing it. The danger isn't the emotion. The danger is how you respond to it. You really have two choices here. You can suppress it, which, let's be honest, only strengthens the feeling and lets it rot your mindset from the inside out. Or you can choose the winning strategy, transforming it. By transforming envy into a positive force, you set yourself on the right track toward a peaceful and highly productive life. For instance, if you envy someone's wealth, don't sit there and hate them for it. Let that specific feeling spur you to begin your own focused journey toward financial success.
I want to leave you with a final, empowering thought from our source material today. Do not deny the feeling of envy. Yield to it and allow it to drive you towards significant achievement. Envy is energy. That's all it is. It's a massive spotlight showing you exactly what you secretly want out of life. So instead of letting it turn you into a bitter, resentful friend, let it become an unstoppable catalyst for your own incredible growth. Use it to elevate your position. Ask yourself, are you going to let the success of others drag you down into the mud? Or are you going to let it be the high-octane fuel that propels you forward? Think about that as you go out there and build your own success. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.